Hey, what's going on? What's up, Facebook? What's up, Instagram? Dexter and Tanya here. Listen, we wanted to come to you tonight. We got two objectives, right? Two objectives, and those objectives is Tanya's going to speak first, right? And then we're going to ask you guys a question. You want me to say what we're going to talk about,
Sure.
or let you do your thing first?
No, sure,
So
sure,
look, so the question that we're going to ask is what's your daily mindset? This is going to be really good because Tanya and I we had a conversation the other day, and it was like, wow, I think we need to go live with this because it's really intense if you think about it. So anyway, Tanya,
It is intense, isn't
it's your time. It's your
my
time.
time.
What's up, guys?
All right. Well, first of all, we just wanted to come here, and I wanted to come earlier, but you know how it goes, with your day sometimes.
Yeah.
But as most of you know, yesterday was my birthday. I actually turned 52.
Ooh.
I am 52 years old. And the expression of love that you guys did for me yesterday, it was so beautiful. I'm going to tell you, it wasn't until we got ready for dinner last night. I kind of just came out and I just, had on my gown, my robe and everything. And I was pretty much like that for the entire day. But
Yeah.
I sat here and I got some work done and just some other projects I had. But he was right here and just like waiting on me, getting my coffee and, anything else I needed.
Well, I do that every day.
You do, but you still was so much
Did y'all
more.
hear that? I do that every day.
You do, but you were so much more intentional yesterday with the things that you did,
That's because I wanted to make sure you're loved.
Is that what it was?
Yep, that's
Okay,
it.
well, you did.
That's it.
But so my thing is, I was still here. I had things going on and so forth, but I was at peace and it felt really good. And then we decided to do dinner. He's been asking me for a while, what do you want? What do you want? And I'm like, I don't know. And I'm just not really the type to say, oh, I want this. You need to give me that. And I'm just not like that. So for me, I love flowers. And I'm like, give me some flowers. And I even told him, I said, get me flowers for the entire month. Just make sure that I have flowers the entire month. So by the time we were leaving for dinner, flowers began to arrive at the door from my husband, from my daughter, her husband, and then also from another business partner.
It was really cool.
Cheryl, yeah. And I'm like, oh my God, this is so wonderful. And I love them. They're right over there behind me. I'm going to position them throughout the house. But even the smell, I don't know what it is. I said to him today, I don't know when I started loving flowers so much, but I do. And then to come here, and I wasn't online pretty much for the day yesterday, but I sat down to then open up my phone and to just begin to look, and all of the love, the messages, the comments, everything. I just sat there and I smiled as I went through each one.
It was crazy.
Come on. Well, and one thing
my
that Dex would say
God.
about me, he could be looking at me, y'all, right? And I'm on my phone and he sees my reaction. What you say, like I could be smiling,
Yeah, I
I'm
see it.
laughing. If I say laugh out loud, then I probably just laughed out loud, when I'm smiling and the energy that I put in it, whatever I receive, I give back. You know what I mean? So I actually did that yesterday and I was really, really grateful. The dinner last night with my family, it was superb. The food was excellent,
Yeah, it
but just the
was.
company and the laughter.
It was amazing.
And I think when I think about, for those who know about my year, 2021, having lost my mother last year, hadn't been quite a year yet, but Daddy was there. And even Daddy wanted to sit beside me last night. So that kind of put me at the head of the table. For him to be to my left and my husband right there to my right, I didn't want to be at the head, But nonetheless, I was there between the two men in my life. Well, really more because my son is upstairs too, but that were with me last night. And that was really a beautiful thing as well. And the stories that came forth, and I'm talking about from everybody around the table, my sister, her husband, my brother, his, my brother and sister, Greg and Lanika, and my auntie and uncle, the Cannons, they were also there. So I'm just telling y'all, it was just absolutely amazing. And I just encourage you, if you haven't done it, do it. If you haven't had a chance to really get with family, just do it. And one of the things that we also realized, I said to them too, is, and I'm looking over at my dad, and it was like, he's still here. And I said, the stories, listening to how they grew up, oh God, you should just hear some things, okay? but our experiences and so forth, and just how valuable those things would be for our children. So if you haven't already, sit them down, talk to them. If you have, your mom, your dad, your grandparents that are still alive, have you talked to them? Have you asked questions? Have you learned anything about your family, your history, the past, all of those types of things? But all of that happened on last night, and I tell you, it was a blessing. So again, I just want to thank each and every one of you for your love. I want to thank you for just the flowers that you've given me verbally, okay? Taking the time to just extend a happy birthday to me, and all the comments, and then just some of the beautiful things you hear from people as to how they feel about you. I'm grateful. Those who know me, I've been the kind of person to do what? I mean, I would sit around here and my focus would be, and this is going to lead us into what we want to talk about a little bit tonight as well. Yeah. But, my focus would be so much more on those who push back, or those who may not like me as much, or from my perception of such, things like I would go live, like right now I'm going live. And typically I'll go live, and so somebody will unfriend me for whatever reason. I'm like, well, what in the world is this going on?
Now, so y'all really need to hear this. Tanya,
I could post an image or something and put my message up there, and after that, it's like somebody say unfriend. I'm like, crazy. What is that?
It's crazy. So look, Tanya.
So learning not to put your focus on that.
Look,
okay?
People would think Tanya is never on social media. I'll pick up her phone and I'm like, Tanya, have you been on Facebook? Have you been on Instagram? Hundreds of messages that she hasn't checked, inboxes. So what happens is when people are trying to get in touch with Tanya and can't get her, they come to my inbox. So I'm like, Tanya, blah, blah, blah. I mean, it's a lot. But it's interesting because when Tanya goes live or make post, people start unfriending.
Hey,
and I'm like, people are interesting. And again, like Tanya said, it's going to lead us into what we're talking about. But one of our mentors said, you are either a great example or a terrible reminder. All right, so think about that. You're either a great example, so people look at you as a great example, or a terrible reminder. A reminder of what you are not doing when you see somebody else doing it. And I thought that just encompasses everything.
Yeah. Yep.
It really does. So when people don't have they don't have the confidence in themselves to do things, they find fault in others, right? So that's literally what happens. So it's funny now. Tanya look and say, oh, somebody unfriended me. I'm like, okay, well, it's somebody who's not in our circle anyway, so they need to go. That's my mindset about it anyway. Yeah, so you ready to get into it?
Yeah. Just a little bit of time.
Yeah, we're just going to take a few minutes, but we got to ask you guys a question, and we want you to participate. Whether you're on Facebook or Instagram, we want you to type in the comment section. So here it is. Tanya and I the other day, Tanya and I have been studying and talking about mindset for 6 years. I mean, we've really been diving into it. So the average person thinks, 50, 60, 70,000 thoughts a day. It's like 3,000 to 5,000 thoughts per hour. Okay, so 85% of the thoughts that you thought yesterday transfer to today, and they're negative. Okay, so 80 to 85% of our thinking is negative. Yeah. So I think it was, what's the date? Wednesday? It was Monday. Now, again, Tanya and I teach this stuff, right? We've been teaching it for years, reading all kinds of books and stuff, studying with people. The other day I got up and I'm like, man, what is up with me?
Yeah.
And I was like, Tanya, I said, you know what? My day is really consumed with either mediocre or negative thinking. Now, when I say mediocre, meaning it's
really good.
It's just average. Is what I was thinking yesterday. But then my mind, it's a tape that's playing in our subconscious mind. So my mind will get on a thought, and it would just go down here from there. I'm thinking about the incident or whatever, and then I think about the possibilities of what could happen. And Earl Nightingale talks about like 90% of the crap that we think is going to happen never happens, right? So, and I'm just like, wow. And then it translates into your body, which is what the late Bob Proctor talked about when he talked about the stick man, right? It's amazing how he teaches this stuff, but I'm like, wow. So I really have to sit and think. We're asking you guys, what portion of your day is positive? We want you to type it in the comment section.
I want you to really think about that.
Yeah,
and
don't
ask
lie.
yourself, go through your day today.
Don't lie. Yeah.
How was your day today? And as you went through your day today, how were your thoughts? You know, and do you know that as you went throughout your day today, what percentage of that was actually thinking positively? You know, and just give your guesstimation. What do you think?
And look, so that's good. I'm telling you guys, please be honest. Don't lie, because we're being honest to you. People just need to be honest, right? Today, I get up at like 5:20 in the morning and take our youngest daughter to the bus stop. Now, that has been a change for us because she started going to a pre-college last semester, really. So I've been getting up like 5:20 since August of last year. And I'll be honest, it's wearing me out. I'm not used to it. So I'm still getting up at 5:20. And what I do, Tanya and I, we sleep to different frequencies. And sometimes it's rain. Sometimes it might be worship music, instrumental. But it's to help, drive us into a deeper sleep, right? So what happens is I get up in the morning, the alarm goes off, my daughter comes downstairs, and I'm in the car. What I started doing is turn the radio off so there's no radio, because I don't want my mind wandering. I put my headphones on, and I listen to the rain while I'm driving to drop her off, right? And I'll drop her off. I don't check the phone, and my mind will start down a trail. And it takes me it's racing. So 12 minutes after I wake up, my mind is going down a trail. And I'm like, oh my God. So I come back home, try to get some sleep at 6 o'clock. Our son gets up at 6. He leaves at 6:30. So I'm consciously awake, making sure he gets out of the house. And if I can get another 30 to 45 minutes of sleep, that's good for me. But I have to cut my mind off. I haven't looked at an email. I haven't looked at a text message, but it is my mind that I'm trying to turn off so that I can have good rest. So I'm telling you today, let's look at today. So today, I struggled today because I had high thoughts and then it started going down, and I became consciously aware of my thinking, and I brought it back up and it went down again. And I'm like, what in the world? So, man, look, I would say 45% of my day today was positive. So 45%. What about you?
When I think about it, I would say probably about 35, 40%.
So 35, 40 positive. Okay. Now, guys, we work together. So Tanya and I, we came out of the office. You see us, we're in our family room, our kitchen, right? So Tanya's computer and monitors there. My computer is right there. So we just got tired of being in the office, so we moved everything out here. So Tanya's right beside me. I don't know what she's thinking until we have a conversation, right?
Oh, wonderful, Bella.
So
75% was positive. That's good.
Bella.
She spent the day with her husband planning our future.
Oh,
excellent.
my goodness.
The other 25% wasn't really good.
Bella for the award of the year.
We had a high fever due to the booster shot.
Oh, my goodness. That's amazing. Okay, so I'm going to look on Facebook,
I
too.
I can see stuff here. Okay.
All right, so.
I don't think anyone has answered yet.
Yeah. Hey, guys, Facebook, I need you to answer. Where are you? What percentage of your day is positive? So I told you mine was, 45% positive. Tanya's was 30. Now, guys, 35%. Now, we're regular folks, but we study this stuff. Dr. Joe Dispenza, Bob Proctor, Les Brown. We've been reading this stuff for years, so we know how the mind works, and we're still affected on a daily basis. So we wanted to just talk to you guys to become consciously aware of your thinking, right? If something happens during the day that's negative, quickly get rid of that thought. Think of something else to bring your energy and vibration up to where you're now in a creative space. Because if you're negative, I'm telling you, nothing's going to get done.
And the thing that I'll just say to it as well, even for me, coming off my birthday, everything is so wonderful, so good, right? So it's like, Tanya, why in the world so low? And again, it's when you start working, things that you begin to work on, things that are happening. And it's what I said just a few minutes ago where my focus changes. And now I'm so focused on something, and I'm the type of person that wants to fix it. So that's an area of growth for me, where it's like, Tanya, you have to know when to let things go, and also what it is that you're really responsible for and what you're not. So that was a big thing for me. Here's the thing I just want to release to everybody and for you to know, and I go back always to the Word of God. And what the Word teaches us is to take all thoughts captive. So the difference between how I have been to even when Dexter brought this up to me earlier in the week on Monday to say, what percentage is that question prompted me to go back to realizing that I am to take all thoughts captive, not some, but all. So it's not just good thoughts. It's not just bad. A lot of people think, let me take that bad thought captive and do something with it. But you take them all. And that's where you make a determination as to whether or not it's something you're going to keep and you want to process and continue to meditate on and think about, or if it's something that you simply want to toss away. If it's something that's really trying to invade your space, your time, and cause you to become ineffective in what it is that that you're called to do. Yeah, so I realize even today, take it captive and toss it. The other thing that I also do, and I did this with him was it yesterday, I think, but I think it was an exposure. You all know me, exposure brings closure. So what you have to do is know when to expose the thing. If I keep it inside, like I brought to him, he could speak on some things that were getting to me because I talked with my husband about it. Yeah. I was like, okay, this is something that keeps coming to me and coming in my mind, and I need some help with it. And when I shared it, it was an exposure. And that exposure right there is what loosed its grip on me. Okay? So this is what it is that I need you to understand. And I talk about it all the time. Anytime that you probably come into my presence, you would very much hear it. But I talk about the powers that we have. I talk about the abilities that we have. And I know I have the ability to shut down anything that the enemy will want to bring my way to cause me to stumble over my goals, my desires, my ambitions. So I want to encourage you to do the same thing. We all have the same power and ability. We have the ability to take it captive. We have the ability to shut off the enemy's voice. We have the ability, to rise up and continue to move forward in the things that we truly desire. And that is how I went through my 2 days.
That's good. That's good, Tanya. So, guys, we got, now, I don't know what platform that you are watching us on. We're presently on Facebook and Instagram. This is going to be on our podcast as well, so you might be listening. So what we want you guys to really do is consider what Tanya and I are discussing, because this is some real powerful information. So we're getting 50%. So these are the numbers that we're getting on Facebook, between 15 to 20% positive. 50% positive, 45% positive, 40% positive. So the numbers are, thank you guys for responding, because this is really key. Because I'm telling you, today was a good day. I'm working on it daily. But the fourth quarter of 2021, I was working on like 10% positivity on a daily basis. It was just horrible. Yeah, it was crazy, because, I get out of, with Tanya, and then I go in my own thoughts, and then it's just like, man, right? So
you keep hearing it. It's the thoughts. It's the thoughts. It's the thoughts.
Thoughts are things, right? So here's a quote. You never can tell what a thought will do in bringing you hate or love, for thoughts are things, and their airy wings are swifter than carrier doves. They follow the law of the universe. Each thing creates its own kind, and it speeds over the track to bring its way back to whatever went out from your mind. Okay, so love it. You never can tell what a thought will do in bringing you hate or love, for thoughts are things, and their airy wings are swifter than carrier doves. They follow the law of the universe. Each thing creates its own kind, and it speeds over the track to bring its way back to whatever went out from your mind. So you sent the thought out in the morning. When I was telling you guys how I get up in the morning, I send the thought out in the morning. So if I'm sending a thought out of somebody just cut me off in traffic, I'm pissed off or whatever, I'm sending that thought out. So what's going to happen? My reticular activating system, the universe, I'm going to start seeing and experiencing everything as it relates to the thought that I sent out. So when we begin to think about these things, a whole lot of other stuff starts coming into play, like the law of, what's the law of, it's like if it's 5 miles out, it's 5 miles back.
Polarity.
Yeah. So the law of polarity, right? So if it's like Tanya and I we talked about this example all the time. If it takes like 3 hours for us to get from here to Charlotte, North Carolina, it is also true that it takes 3 hours for us to get from Charlotte back to where we live. So if your thinking, right, is positive, you're going to generate positive thinking back. So that's that paradigm that we're working with daily. So we just felt like we wanted to come live to talk to you guys about this stuff. This stuff, man, is when we get it, we got it, but then we need to continue to get it,
Yes.
because each day brings its own thinking and thoughts
Amen.
and all this other kind of stuff.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, so we're grateful that you guys decided to join us, and thank you for participating and answering the questions. Anything else, Sonia?
Nope, I don't think so. I just thank you guys for all the love from yesterday. If we hadn't already been up here for a minute, I maybe come back later and just share even something my dad shared with us.
Yeah.
You know, we have a family thread, and he did a text on the thread basically in celebration of my birthday, but he shared the story of when I was born, and then another little story when I was about 1 year old. And it just had everybody on the thread crying, basically,
Yeah.
and laughing and crying. So when I get an opportunity, y'all join me. I'm gonna come back and we're gonna talk a little bit and just kind of share, because again, like I said when we were opening up, the lives of our own lives, the lives of our family, our parents, our grandparents, they're so valuable, all of us. And the one thing that we all need to learn how to do is communicate with each other. And when he shared this story, it was just something else. I believe, I felt it, that drew our family even closer together. And I want you to experience the same things too.
Yeah, it's amazing. So, guys, I got a few people asking about that quote. So that quote is by Ella Wheeler Wilcox, ELLA Wheeler Wilcox. So you guys that are also listening on our podcast, wherever you get your podcast, go look up that quote, Ella Wheeler Wilcox. I learned it probably 4 years ago because it just stuck with me.
It's
and
so
Tanya
good.
and
It's
I,
like a rhythm to
yeah,
it,
it's
too.
just,
I'm
oh
like,
my
I
God. And
love
you
it.
start thinking, like if you send out negative thoughts will return by way of incidents, people. You might open your email and see something crazy, and now you're mad. You might go to the mailbox and pull out a letter, and it's just crazy. So let's leave you guys with a challenge. All right. So tomorrow, what we'd like for you to do is to come back on this audio or this thread and leave us a comment about your day tomorrow. So in the morning, Thursday, wake up, begin to consciously monitor your thoughts.
That's good.
And then come back at the end of the day and drop a percentage inside of this very thread or comment on our channel. Let us know your thinking. How are you? So my goal, I'll tell you my goal. My goal tomorrow is 60% positive.
That's what I was thinking too.
60% positive.
I'll try even 70. I'm gonna go for 70. And what I will also encourage you to do is throughout your day on this same thread, let's hold each other accountable. Let's talk. Come over here and say, oh man, I just missed it, or oh my good, I'm doing well, just to keep putting it out there. What it is that I'm having you to do is to use this conscious part of your mind, the frontal lobe of your brain, right here where it's in thought and thinking. If it is more natural for you to just think about the opposition, to think negatively, to find something wrong, that's already in your subconscious mind, which is why it's so natural. Something that I was sharing with some people earlier is how whenever you're, and especially we talk about goals, and sometimes when you're procrastinating, things of that nature, you know what it is that you want to do. However, there's a distraction that comes up. There are things that come up, and it's in that moment that your frontal lobe, that cognitive part of your thinking, is pretty much going to submit to whatever the subconscious is saying. Why? Because it's rising up, and it's like that takes precedence, and it moves on out the way. So this is something that you're going to have to change. It's a renewal. So when you're thinking with the conscious mind, guess what happens? It's what the conscious mind is going after, which is what it will be the thing to manifest because you're working toward it. But if you just say, I'm just used to it, then what you normally do is just going to continue to rise.
Yeah,
so
that's good,
I want to challenge you. Come over to the thread as well and say, this is what I'm going to do. Keep reminding yourself, keeping it in the frontal part of your mind, and watch and see if a renewal is not going to take place. And again, that's the word of God. Be ye transformed by what? The renewal of the mind. If you want to see a transformation in your life, renew your mind with what it is that you want. But also, if you renew your mind with what you don't want, that transformation is going to come too.
That's good.
Be ye transformed by the renewal of your mind. Now decide how you want to renew it.
That's good. That's really good. Look, something popped in my head, and then we're done. Last week, now you guys, if you follow us on social media, in December, I replaced a brand new battery. I have a 97 Nissan pickup truck, and I went and started the truck in December, and it didn't start. So I'm like, okay. I took the battery out and went to AutoZone and bought a new battery, put the brand new battery in. Last week, we have tons of boxes on the back of the truck. I go outside, last week, right? It was Thursday of last week, right?
Yeah, because you said I'll do it next week.
Right. I went and turned the key over, and I heard the truck start, and then it went right off. And I'm like, so I looked at the light, the light was off, the horn wouldn't blow. Then, I didn't tell you this, then I pulled the knob at the bottom to open the hood of the truck.
Oh, yes, you said it wouldn't open.
It wouldn't open. I went outside and yanked on the front. The latch wouldn't move. I tried to, use a screwdriver to try to pop it. It didn't work. And I could feel my energy. I'm like, I could feel it. And then I said, it's okay. So came in the house. Did I tell you then?
Keep going.
I don't think I told Tanya then, but I didn't display any anger.
Oh, no, you didn't tell me right then. No, you didn't.
I came in, sat down, and we started working. So here's the point. I caught myself last week. Had I got angry, I became conscious, right?
So right here.
The truck still is not working because I haven't sought after another battery. But the point is this. Things are going to happen, but we have to consciously grab that thought before it runs off the rails. And now we're just dealing with all kinds of other things. So that's just an example I wanted to share with you guys before we
And when you start doing that on a more regular basis, that's what becomes just more of your natural ability. You know what I mean?
That's good.
But when you don't know about this, it's very easy for us to think negatively, for us to turn the other cheek, if you will, and look at things from that perspective. But when you get in a habit where how you see some people and you're like, they're always happy. They're always full of joy. Those types of people who just think positive. There are some people like that, but most aren't. But if you get to a place where you begin to do this on a more regular basis, you're going to find where it's just more natural for you to see the silver lining, to look for the good, to have expectation for the better, to see the best even in the worst. And that right there is going to contribute to your good health. It's going to contribute to the decisions that you make. It's going to make you more knowledgeable and attentive, rather, to the opportunities, to the open doors, and then an expansion continues to grow. It's really amazing. God has already purposed us with everything that we need. The thing is, we don't take advantage of it.
That's right.
But that's because we have an opposer.
Yeah, that's good.
Just know what to do with them.
Absolutely. So look, guys, we're gonna end here. But listen, Tanya and I, we got a 5-day challenge coming up. It's absolutely free. It's amazing. It's called Get Out of Your Future's Way 5-day challenge. It is amazing. We're wrapping up the details now. We're going to release it shortly. We want you guys to sign up for it. It's only 5 days. But one of the things that we definitely want to tell you is that after those 5 days, you're going to have a paradigm shift. And that's all that we're talking about, is being able to shift the paradigm. So you guys make sure you let us know if you want to be involved. You can join us at upgradersnation.com. Go, we'll let you in the group, be a part of that group where we're going to start talking about some of these things, because those of us that we're in business, you guys, you might be working a challenging job, whatever it is that you're dealing with in life. It might be home situations. When you learn how to shift your paradigm, shift your perspective, and go from negative to positive, things will start working in your favor. Okay?
Yes, yes.
All right. So, guys, this is Dexter and Tanya Scott. We are the Upgraders. We may not know you,
but we know what's in you.
We'll see you next time. All right, guys.
Good night, everybody.